Byzantium is one of the most difficult nations in the entire game. The only way to survive as Byzantium is to win a war against Ottomans, which is usually extremely difficult. But there is one unknown strategy which lets you have an unlimited amount of ducats, ally any nation in the Middle East, and even outnumber Ottomans. And the best part, you still can earn achievements. In this video, I'll show you the easiest strat for Byzantium. What I'll do right now might look like your average Byzantium start, but believe me, very soon it will become very unhinged. So as Byzantium we do get a lot of debuffs right from the start. The worst one is plus 200% shipbuilding time, but it doesn't really matter, believe me, it doesn't really matter. So we do need to grant religious diplomats, that's extremely important for this strat. We can grant some mana privileges, we can't really grant burger loans because of this privilege, which is pretty bad usually, but believe me, it's going to be fine. And what we'll need right now is we'll need to build a free company or find some company with good general. First I'm going to try to make our ruler general and our air general. 6 fire 6 maneuver is pretty good, but not really in the start. I'll just hire Armatolis. We need to win 1 or 2 battles at the start. We won't fight Ottomans, but we will fight another nation. Our next goal will be to find allies ASAP. I will also check our advisors. I see the Pontic Occupation Advisor, which is just perfect, which is just what I need. We need to find not good allies, but some allies at least. Let me later explain why, but right now just ally Theodora, why not? Not perfect, but whatever. Could we ally Papal State? We could try, I think. We also need to keep an eye on Karaman, because if it allies Mamluks, ideally we should save Scam, ideally. I wouldn't say it happens often, but maybe 30% of time. 30%. Our army is almost finished, that would help us with allies. Okay, we can ally Papal State, that's perfect. It's just perfect. I will wait for it. Don't worry about loans, by the way. Loans is not a big deal at all. I will also ally Serbia. So, why do we need allies? How does Ottoman's IA work? It doesn't always declare on Byzantium first. What it does is it declares on the weakest neighbor it has. So say we have 5 allies and like 30k strength total. It will still declare on us, but first it will try to declare on weaker nations like Kandar, Trebizond, Dulkadir, those guys. And we will be left for the future. And the gist is that we don't really need much time, we only need to survive for like 5 years or so. We also should, by the way, focus on admin, that's pretty important. Now we should finish Impending Doom, because we have 2 allies, get plus 10% morale of armies, minus 15% mercenary cost. Don't worry about claims, it's not really that important. Okay, I allied as much as I could, I think. Maybe only Georgia, let's see if we can ally it. Okay, yeah, we can ally Georgia. Council of Florence, we'll just leave Union of Churches be for now, it's not a big deal at all. Okay, let's ally Georgia and that should be enough. So, next what we do is we declare no CB war on Karaman. I'm just saying, Ottomans will give us access, not to us of course, but to Karaman. I've already tried it a few times. And about Karaman's alliances. So, it usually either allies Mamluks or no one. I did this start like 20 times or so, and once it allied Ramazan I think, but it's pretty rare, Usually it's either Mamluks or no one. Okay, so now the hard part. We need to get to Karaman. So there are 4 ways to get to Karaman. First and the least risky one is to ask access from Georgia, from Karakoyunlu, Fadal, Syria, Dulkadir, boom, Karaman. It might be difficult because both Dulkadir and Ramazan hate us at the start, but it's possible. Second option is similar, but more risky. Land our troops in Syria and ask access from those guys. Third option is to just land in Karaman. It's pretty bad idea, don't do it. If you do it, you will lose pretty quickly. And last and the best option is usually Ottomans give access to Karaman. It doesn't always happen, okay? In most cases it does. In most cases Ottomans will give us access. So I will wait for this, and while I'm waiting, what I will do is I will try to improve with those guys, so if something happens we can do the plan B. And don't worry about the Ottomans, they won't declare on us, they won't. Let's just wait and see. I think they will give us access. Okay, it seems Ottomans won't give us access. I think they won't. What does Karaman do? So it doesn't improve with the Ottomans for some reason. So the chance is low. That might happen sometimes. Okay, so this event. Choose the option which will revoke tax exemptions for Latin merchants. Don't worry. Yes, we will lose a lot of cash, right? We will lose a lot of cash. But I promise that will pay off. Campaign into Thessaly, we don't really need much, we just need 1 military mana. So I guess let's do the plan B. Unfortunately enough, I'll just try to transport myself through Syria. Byzantine fleet is bigger than Karaman, so you can always do this. Also, by the way, we have free diplomat, let's improve with Austria maybe. It's pretty good ally. Okay, yeah, so they declared on Dulkadir. So that's the reason we got so many allies. What Ottomans see is that Tulgadir has like 7k troops, while we have around 30k. Obviously they will declare on Tulgadir first. That's what I expected, and because it's at war against Ottomans, it will agree to give us access, yes. Believe me, I did test this strategy multiple times. There wasn't a single time I couldn't get to Karaman. I mean, it's technically possible, but you would need to be extremely lucky. Yes, we do by the way have debuffs, but don't worry about our army debuffs, because we have twice as many troops as Karaman. That usually leads to stack wipe. So once you stack wiped Karaman, you can also sometimes run away to this province, then just chase it and kill it off. So once you've done it, you close each town its provinces, so it can't build in more troops. This, and you'll be golden. Maybe let's get general. He's pretty bad. Oh, hell no. Cherkessia. I guess let's accept, but there is nothing we can really do. So by the way, we should be able already to conquer it, right? Yeah, pretty much. So we just need to conquer Karaman. Coalition, I wouldn't worry about coalition. It shouldn't appear, alright? Now we have twice as much loans. Don't worry about loans at all, it will be fine. Right now we just need to core Karaman. That's it. We just need to core it. At least one province here, so at least this province. As you see, Ottomans already declared on Trebizond. I would say that means we are either the next target or they will declare us pretty soon, so we don't really have much time. Let's take some loans and pay out all the loans to consolidate them. And we don't really care about money, but we need to not go bankrupt, let's put it that way. We can get some cash for Orhan Celebi, why not? Why not? Oh, I think they refused. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Let's trigger revolt in Ottomans. By the way, I just want to make it clear, I would be already dead if I didn't have that much allies. I would be done for. That's the only reason we aren't conquered by Ottomans. So if Ottomans declare on you, that means you didn't have enough of allies. Need a lot of allies. Okay, we got the province, now we just need to move our capital here. Yes, exactly. Just need to kill these rebels. Here we go. So, now we need to move our capital to Seleucia, right? Oh my god, Ottomans are building castle and we lose one stability. That's pretty bad, but we'll survive. So, we move our capital here, right? Just move our capital. Why do we need to move our capital? Just look right here, right? Or look at this decision list. When we move our capital, we get new decision, adopt Islam as state religion. Okay, so what, you might ask? The answer is pretty simple. We just need to buff our legitimacy a little. Let's do it. I'll waste some military. Okay, yeah, we also need to, I think, make sure there are no noble rebels. Need to make progress happy and they will go away, right? Yeah, okay, that's just what I need. So we need just to make sure there are no noble rebels, because if there are, we are in pretty big trouble. It won't work if they're going away. So here's the threat. We moved our capital right here, and take a look at our religion tab. So ledger, economy, charts. We are 50.5% Orthodox and 49.4% Sunni. Alright? It actually would be 50-50, but I got event about development. So what we need to do right now is we need to find any province, Orthodox province, and exploit development once, exploit development 2. Now Islam is the dominant religion in our country. So we get plus 50 more relations with all Muslim countries, already 100. And we just need a few more development in Orthodox provinces. Once we are majority Orthodox, we just need to put a missionary on some province, wait for religious zealots to appear, and accept their demands. I'm sorry, like I can't help you. Good luck. Okay, let's become Orthodox again. Alright, now we are Orthodox. Same here, we need to either exploit or develop our Sunni province. And now we can become Islamic again, get 50 more relations with countries. And the last time, and this time it will be pretty important, you need to look very closely here. Yes, we lost Cyprus, it's not a big deal, believe me. We'll get something much better. So we need to convert to Orthodox once again. Okay, and now look closely. Look very closely. What we need to do is we need to grant monopoly on wine. I think we should also lower autonomy here so we get more cash. Just lower autonomy. Yeah, so grant monopoly on wine. We'll get 21 ducat. Okay, why is it important? Oh, by the way, we've got a free province. Let me show you. It sometimes happens with Byzantium. As you can see, Byzantine separatists occupied knights and enforced demands to transfer this province to us. It's pretty cool, But in any case, we granted monopoly on wine, right? Here's the trick. We need to convert to Islam once again, but do not close this window. Not close this window, no matter what. Okay, once again, there is a bug, I see. Oh no, it's not a bug, it's because of this province. I see. Okay, let's release Bulgaria as vassal. That should help us a little. Yes, we just need dominant religion of Sunni. Just a few more development right here. That should be enough, right? Yes, that's enough. Okay, now the meat of the strategy. Open Add Privileges window, just leave it open, and click Adopt Islam as state religion. We get last 200 relations with all countries, that's fine. Now, let's just wait 1 day, exactly, 1 day. Monopoly on wine disappeared. Why? because Sunni nations can't get monopoly on wine. They just can't. It's impossible. But we left the window with privileges open when we were Orthodox, and Orthodox nations can grant monopoly on wine. So that means we can grant it again, wait a day, grant it again, wait a day, grant again, wait a day, and note that we get money. We get infinite free money. So from my experience, I can't really confirm because I'm really afraid to close this window accidentally. Do not close this window. That's your last chance. Byzantium doesn't have many provinces, and it will be pretty much impossible to do this trick once again. The only province left is Constantinople, I think. So in any case, one monopoly is like half of one loan. Right now we have 20 loans, so look at this, look at this, look at this. If we click like this, we already paid off all of our loans and can get more money. Alright, so what's the limit? There is no limit at all. As long as you keep this open and repeat this, you can get 1,000,000 ducats, 200,000 ducats, any ducats you want. You can get 5,000 ducats, doesn't really matter. So there are two ways to get ducats. So first, as I've shown, just wait one day and you can repeat this. It's the easiest, but it's the least efficient. There is one more strat which lets you get ducats without waiting a day, but like immediately. So what you need to do is you need to open macro builder, production interface, go to states and find any state except Maria, which can unstate or state. So usually that's strays, right? We also have Aegean archipelago right here. It will also work. When you state an unstate province, the monopoly resets, right? Look at this, the state and state. It resets and you don't need to wait a day. It's instant. Why not Maria? Because Maria produces wine, as you can see. And if you unstate it, you will get not 20 ducats, but like 5 or 10. So it will take much longer. Alright, so this is the more efficient way. It's up to you how you want to do. If you just wait one day, you can just do it manually. If you do it like this, I strongly suggest using automation programs like AutoClicker. That if you're going for maximum efficiency, let me show you. It's pretty easy. I use it for this type of exploits usually. You can just put it on automation. You don't really need much cache, but I mean, why not? Or you have AutoClicker, don't need to install anything. Technically, I would say if you're doing it manually, it would take maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get around 5,000 ducats. Okay, so technically, if I wanted to touch some grass, enjoy life, go outside, have fun, I could return to possibly 1,000,000 ducats, 500,000 ducats, any amount of ducats really, but, you know, it will do. How much do you need to farm if you're doing it manually? To be honest, you don't need much, maybe, I don't know, 10,000 ducats, maybe less. So this is absolutely foolproof Byzantium strat, absolute zero thinking needed, because we can just buy all mercenaries, all of them, that's right, but that's not all. We can ally Mamluks, we can ally almost any Muslim nation, create horde, okay, maybe create horde only, Tunis, whatever man. Timurids, we could ally Timurids if we saw them. So once I closed the privilege tab, that's it. Exploit has ended, I would need to flip to Orthodox. Once again, take the monopoly and flip to Sunni. That's how it works. But in any case, that should be more than enough. What we are doing right now is we can easily hire whatever advisors I want, right? Okay, this was the first part of the strategy I wanted to show. There is one more. For this we need to expand, and I will show you one more neat thing, one more neat trick. Of course, Ottomans allied France, but worry not, we'll survive. So right now we still need some allies. I will ally Mamluks. Well, if not for France, we could ignore alliances, we could just declare without any issues, but whatever. So now that we have 200 relations with all Sunni nations, we have 100k ducats in bank, now we must kick out Ottomans. The problem is that they somehow allied France, which would usually mean that your Byzantium run is screwed before repair. Here, France is just a small stopgap, nothing to be afraid of. So our goal would be to upgrade our military advisor to 5, right? Because we need Miltech for like ASAP. We need to clean up our relations, so I would need to break some alliances most likely. Theodoro, Georgia, maybe Cherkessia. I don't need them. So we need to find some good allies like Hungary, Austria, someone like that. Let's see, I can ally Great Horde, it's not a good ally. Well, the Great Horde is not bad ally, but it's not good either. As I see, our best bet is either Hungary or Aragon. Might be, which might be enough, but I'm not sure about this. We also could declare on someone like Akkoyunlu and force Ottomans to break their alliance with France, but that would take too much of time, so not a really good idea. So, of course I forgot, first of all we should convert back to Orthodox. It's actually pretty easy, we just need to put a missionary here and develop 1 or 2 provinces. Wait a month. Here we go, stock zealots, we can accept demands. Boom, we're Orthodox. Now we could ally Christian nations easily. Okay, not so easily. Okay, Hungary and Mamluks would be more than enough. Let's go. I just need to hire some mercenaries, and if I do, more nations will be likely to ally me, because I have more troops. Let's check it out with Hungary. Some rivals, Venice, Lakia, whatever. I think we can try to ally Serbia too. Yep, we can. Let's also grant strong touches for more relations. I'm not declaring right now because without Miltech 4 we won't be able to do anything against Ottomans. We just won't, it's impossible. Okay, we potentially could ally Austria-Hungary, not just Hungary, so for this we just need to break alliance with Papal State because Austria hates Papal State. I don't know why. Improve a little and we should be golden. Yes, I know I'm burning a lot of ducats, that's why I farmed 100k. It's pretty safe. What we could also do is, because we have a lot of cash, right, we can just send gift to Austria and that will butter it up. It's like 2 months of my income, but now I get Austria as our ally. So essentially this strategy first makes it possible to just buy a lot of troops like this, and second just to buy alliances. To be honest, I'm not really sure if it's sustainable, but the cost of the army should plummet once we win the war. By the way, worst case scenario, this exploit is actually repeatable, you can do this again. Although it kind of depends, you need to have equal amount of Sunni land and Orthodox land for it to work. Okay, so just wait for Miltech 4 and we can dissolve the Crown Ottomans. So yeah, I think I fumbled with Miltech a little, but yeah. So this terrorizes honor G, I would say, because as you can see, Ottomans allied France and they could potentially declare on you, theoretically. But I think it's absolutely foolproof that, like, you really need to try to lose. Even if you can't declare on Ottomans, you have like, how much? 70k troops, just go declare on someone else. Like, it's extremely easy. Even if we continue spending like 150 ducats a month, it will last until like 1500 or so. So I think it's pretty fine. Technically what happened is that already 1458, right? And we still didn't declare on the Ottomans on one hand. On the other hand, it's foolproof. It's absolutely foolproof. There is no way you can lose against Ottomans with this. Worst case scenario, you can just go and conquer Middle East or something. It's not that bad. Don't declare on Dirna. It destroyed one company. That's not bad. Our goal is to just exhaust both Ottomans and France. It will be possible. Well, the Ottomans are a beast. They are extremely strong here. Not going to lie. Okay, so what I think will happen is that Ottomans will lose against us badly. France will win against Austria, but at the time the war will last for so long, we'll be able to win. That's what I think will happen. Okay, second common reform is reform the Pronoy system. It's directly connected to the idea of exploit that I mentioned earlier. It's connected to this mission tree, I'm just saying it. Okay, Ottomans are siege town, maybe I'll go try to siege down France, that might work. Maybe let's go and try. So I'm going to be honest, our army sucks. It's awful. It's terrible. Oh, we can actually piece out France, I just want Paris and that's it. Yeah, okay, we can piece out France. I alone have 50k, so like the whole France-Ottomans alliance. Anyway, it's wants to piece out so we can break its alliance with the Ottomans and see if there anyone else we can break. With Genoa, why not? Okay, and so now Ottomans are pretty much screwed. There's no way they win. Okay, we can let peace Tunis, that's just perfect. What about Akuyunu? Not really. Yeah, Ottomans are still pretty strong, they're destroying us. Okay, we can change to Maria, but I won't. Okay, we can let peace Tunis, which should be enough for us. Now, the problem is that Ottomans are pretty strong, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie at all. They are extremely strong. When do I get? Miltech 5, 1463. Maybe I should have repaired my army first, although for this I would need to develop my country. It's still possible, by the way, it's still possible, maybe let's try. I just need to waste some admin mana, which is fine. 98 development, 100 development, and we just need 15% morale of armies. Right now we have plus 6%, so we could try getting military advisor, that might help. Let's see. Not really. Okay, we are winning again. That was still more difficult than I thought it would be, but okay, so essentially it would seem I just need to somehow get access to Ottomans from the other side, maybe. I can try at least, like this. We won't be able to do naval invasion because they're pretty strong, unfortunately enough. Ask Syria, and yeah, we should be able to move in like this. That's, by the way, one of the strategies on how to move into Karaman, as you can see. Although you would need still to get permission from Tulkadir. Our goal is to just occupy one province here. Miltech 5, by the way, now we are at parity with Ottomans. It's a shame I couldn't remove our debuff, but once we win we get a lot of prestige and we should be able to repair our army. Plus it's a shame we couldn't remove our penalty on the army, because we needed some morale of armies. But after this war it should be possible. We'll get more prestige, that means more morale. Even like this, as you can see, we can win through sheer mass of cannon fodder. So actually, can we take Trabzon or no? No, don't think so. Can we break a line with Ottomans? Okay, let's just white piece Koyuno, I won't do too much. Yeah, okay, we're already staged our capital. By the way, that might be the biggest disadvantage. It's that we need to not only defend Balkans, we also need to defend Anatolia. Finally, my allies can advance into Anatolia. You know, it would be actually funny if I looked at our war goal and it would be not reconquest but just conquest. But thankfully, no. Well, I wouldn't want to piss off neither Austria nor Poland, so I would try to avoid taking the provinces near them, but I think near Ottomans is fair game. Bad news, Austria left us. Good news, we'll still win against Ottomans easily. No issues. Of course, Serbia also left us alone. Okay, so essentially we already destroyed Ottomans. Should be pretty easy. I actually kind of even forgot how neutered is Byzantium. Remember, in good old times it was possible to win solo against Ottomans. So we are in the civil war, which is pretty bad, okay? Pretty bad, but we'll survive. We'll survive. I think what I'll do is I'll just buy legitimacy maybe. Alright, 73%, that's pretty good. Okay, no need to fight, we can already peace out. So we can take... Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Isolate from Mamluks at least. Not so sure about Poland, but at least something. And return a lot, of course, to us. And why exactly do we get so much aggressive expansion? I don't know. Yeah, I see why, because of provinces we take. Anyway, it's fine. That's fine, let's go. So, essentially, as you saw, it went as badly as it could go, right? It was absolute disaster, but we still won. We still won. And not only one, it was pretty chill actually. It was quite chill. Let's finish some missions. Recovery of Greece, automatic reputation, that's just what we need. I would love to ally Burgundy. False despots, some morale of armies, which is pretty important for us. We just need to buy more troops. Let's buy Grand Company, alright. And we can repair the army finally. It won't be that difficult to fight anymore. And we should next these guys right here. So yeah, and we still have 78k ducats in our baggage, which is pretty good. I'm going to be honest here. I expected it to be better. When I did the first try for this video, I like just stomped Ottomans before 1460. I'm not joking, it was pretty easy. But I also could ally Poland, so it was a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, and they were allied to France. Yeah, not really lucky game, but anyway, as you can see, even if it's unlucky, we really won. And we can easily recover. So first attack group going to be religious, we're playing Byzantium. Okay, awesome. And let's buy a few more legitimacy. I just need to destroy pretenders. And I need more ships and more states. If we create more states, we won't bleed money as much. Here we go, end of civil war, some stability, and it shouldn't bother us anymore. Okay, Mamluks declared on Koyuno, which is not good because I plan to do it myself. Let's see. Okay, we don't have claims here, unfortunate enough. A shame, a shame. So it seems we are kind of locked right now. We can only declare monies. We also could ally Poland, by the way, that might be useful. About that. Our expansion options are limited. I think we could try to conquer Dulkadir and somehow get to Koyuno from that, but we'll see. Okay, let's move our capital back, and I would be able to revoke the nasty privilege of reliance on republics. We don't need burger loans, we don't need burger loans at all, but we can revoke it. Okay, that's perfect. So, by the way, about cash. Although I spent a lot here, I would say it's maybe an exception. You shouldn't need to spend that much just because the war was pretty long. But you don't need to get 10,000 either. You can get 500,000 and do a 1490 Roman Empire at Byzantium. It's easy. Do whatever you want. There are no limitations. Let's fabricate claim on Ulkadir. Kaifa won't join. Shirvan won't join. That's pretty easy. I already see we will bother his on Kaifa, so it's pretty good idea. Could try to break its alliance with Mamluks. It's possible. Wait. How did Crimea become much of Ottomans? Seriously? You're joking. Okay, not a drill. Bargad inheritance as Byzantium, let's go. Let's freaking go. Put my dog here. And now we have access to Koyuno, so we can expand right here. So somehow... Holy... No. Timurids enforced peace on Koyuno. I'm not joking. Oh god. Okay, Timurids are nothing. They're nothing. We'll win. Easily. No problems. Let's ally Burgundy. That's free PU, so why not? Although we actually could do a so-called hat trick, ally Koyuno, right? It would agree to join against Koyuno, but there is one trick, there is one small trick. I don't care about Koyuno. It will get destroyed, absolutely destroyed by Timurids, but I don't care. It's not my concern. So we can finish Tarnished State, which is pretty good. It's pretty much useless for now, because we already revoked this. Not really good privilege, but it's fine. It's fine. Also, actually, we could declare on Venice, which I will probably do, because why not? It's pretty easy. We can include Austria, Mamluk, Serbia. Okay, it would seem we can light peace team rates, which is just perfect for me. Let's do it. That means we can get rid of Akoyuno. I think I just fully conquer it, why not? Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's take a look at our missions. Okay, we can finish Planetary Renaissance, get cheap advisor. Oh, I missed. That's funny. Yeah, it's not mission instance, but we'll do. So by the way, yes, I will break alliance with Karaman. I almost forgot. I must do it. Okay, AI confirmed to be pretty much useless. I'm not surprised. Let's see, can we take something at least? Please. Yeah, we can. Awesome. I'll continue later. By the way, let's make maybe like why annex Athens if you can just make it hereditary Panoia like this. So we just want Panoia, reject right to inheritance, and when its ruler will die, we will inherit it. That's by the way the second exploit I will rely on. Well, I'm not sure if it's exploit or not. It's technically not, but it feels like one. Well, let's get some representatives of the crown, always useful. It's specialized Byzantium. Okay, sorry Ottomans, that's... I don't want to even comment this, it will be a massacre. It will be absolute bloodbath. I'm sorry Ottomans. Let's call in everyone, except Serbia, like Serbia. Oh, okay, let's go. So, as you might notice, it will be pretty bad for Ottomans, so we could just go and declare someone else meanwhile, like Karakoyunlu. Pretty bad is an understatement actually. It would be terrible. They would lose badly. Okay, we finally can finish the theme system, that's pretty important. So Eugenius Landrite will give us plus 10% first limit modifier, which is pretty good. Some unpower in primary culture, whatever, let's just get a new mill tech. So most important is that now we can choose the branch. So we need to choose decentralized mission branch and finish control over the Panoyars. We already can declare on Karakuin, but I'm just waiting for those wold. It's better than usual Conquistibia. Let's go, those wold, Ave Maria. I can call Mammoths, but it would be a pretty terrible idea because they barely can manage Ottomans. We don't need... Hey, wait, why did Austria conquer those provinces? Oh, really, why? Why does Austria want inland Anatolia? At least we'll get whole Bulgaria, I guess. Maybe some Crimea even. Anyway, let's go. Holy War, that should be pretty easy. What I will also do is I will land a Panoyar in Bulgaria, right? And I will just need to somehow make them loyal. Would try send officers, for example, send officers, subsidized armies, blockade ones, and additional troops maybe. Okay, now we can finish control over the Panoyars, and look this. Established Panoyars will be non-hereditary by default. Why is it important? As you saw, it's actually pretty easy to get. Just conquer some states, get 6 generals, and you're lucky. I just finished it with Bulgaria and Athens, you don't need much. In any case, why is it important? What if I told you this might help you core provinces for free? And not territorial core, I mean like full core. Yeah, I already can piece out Ottomans like this. Not perfect, but my allies stole the provinces I wanted, so it will do. Okay, we can already reject right to inheritance from Bulgaria, pretty much. Yeah, let's reconquer Bulgaria. Get some claims from Wallachia, Moldavia. That doesn't really matter because I really don't want to piece off Poland right now. Although we can declare it here, that won't be an issue. Alright, now I will show you one of the biggest tricks of this campaign, if my memory is correct. So how does it work? I think, I just need to pull the next flag, yeah. We can instantly core the province we just conquered. How? Pretty easily. Take a look here. So, Armenia, let's start with Armenia. What we're going to do is that we're going to release Armenia, take a look here at their government reform, and save scum until they get elective monarchy. Elective monarchy is pretty important. And oh yeah, and one more thing. The vassal must be below 100 development. Below 100 development is the maximum. It's don't go further, that's the maximum. Okay, here we go, elective monarchy. Took me a few save comments, but it's worth it. It's pretty much worth it. So now we need to reduce... next Bulgaria, that's nice. That makes things easier. So it's actually pretty important to make sure it's loyal before we do what we do. Okay, so how does it work? We finished control over Panoyars, alright? All of them will be non-hereditary by default. That means when the ruler dies, we will inherit them. Now, okay, you might ask, but what the hell happened? I will answer, we just got full cores. Those are full cores. Those are not half cores, not 1/3 cores, no. Those are full cores absolutely for free in one moment. So when you click button land a Panoyar, their ruler dies. And actually, a few years ago, or 1 year ago, I don't remember, when you did this, any nation you release would be instantly annexed. Because the ruler dies, right? And they're not hereditary. And what it means is that technically you annex them. They fixed it, but they forgot that when ruler dies and they have elective monarchy, they have an election. And in that election, when they choose an option, ruler dies once again, and we instantly inherit their throne. So we cored quite a lot of land for free. And it works with the same with Valaki, let me show you. I would say there's 33% chance you get what we need. Okay, here we go. Electric Monarchy, Royal Marriage. Now let's land the Pronayar and we will see what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit esoteric, I know. I don't know how it works. But it does work, believe me. But let's try again. Okay, let's try it again. Here we go, instant annexation. For free, full course baby, full course. But of course there are some limitations, I'm just saying it took me around 4 hours to figure this out. Maybe more, I was testing an idea for the video. And I couldn't reproduce this no matter what. And the answer is simple, because even if you do everything correctly, never get elective monarchy, they just don't. I found Anatolian Beyliks are one of those, and I think Arabian nations usually take ICTA, so yeah. But Christian nations, European nations for example, if they don't have a unique community form, there's a very good chance you will be able to do this trick and save a few hundred admin mana. I'm going to be honest, might not sound like OP, but it is. This literally enables you to do a lot in EU4, like a lot. I think maybe let's break lines with Mamluks. Also, the biggest disadvantage of this trick is that it does require swift coming, so it might not be worth it if the nation is small. Speaking of this, there is also another trick. By the way, let's vassalize Eastern Kaifa if we can. We can try at least. Okay, yeah, we've got personal union and Bargadi. Hey, hooray! Excellent. So one more trick. Let's see, is there any province which is not cored yet? Rabba. Let's try it out here. Let them convert first. So let me show you. There's another way for free course, requires you the second community form, reform the Pronoi system. And what you just do, now we can create client states. Well, in theory, I need to first connect our land. I will show you, don't worry, I will show you. But you will be able to do the same trick with client states. I will show you later. It's not as powerful, but it's pretty good too. Necrotic group, let's take diplomatic maybe. Okay, yeah, we just need to survive against Austria. How scary. Just quick white piece Austria. Okay, and now we should be able with a way to revoke Union of Charges, right? Here we go, let's end the Union of Charges. Now we can ally our allies for Ivory, Poland, Austria, and we should be able to finish. Okay, let's commission a religious icon, finish Church in Distress, get some national unrest, and we need 50 Patriarch authority, which should be pretty easy. Let's create some metropolitans. Awesome, now we can finish. Now we won't get pretender rebels when our ruler dies. Alright, let's go declare Ottomans. Holy War, we can clone Poland, I won't clone Austria, that's a pretty bad idea. We'll steal my provinces, obviously. By the way, it's actually kind of funny because we can become vassal of Ottomans when we are that big. I think it's kind of a bug, I don't know. It's funny though, it's funny. Alright, let's take this. We almost already full annexed Ottomans, which is pretty good. Let's see, can I already demonstrate the client states, or is it considered overseas province? No, it's not. Let me show you how it works. Let's see the most expensive province to core. This one. So, how does it work? We save game, create a client state, monarchy, your dynasty, and pray that it gets elective monarchy. Perfect, first try, community reclaim, yada yada. Okay, so it's elective monarchy, it's client state, we can, in one click of a button, land a Pronayar, and instantly inherit it, get the province for free, entirely for free. No need to pour anything. So, it's also actually good because it allows you to get elective monarchy more reliably, let's say, because it's no name Orthodox monarchy, it's pretty much guaranteed it will get generic reforms. It's also declared in Serbia. Although of course there is a catch, and it's that you only can corp one province like this. Only one province. You might ask why? That's because if you give more provinces to client states, they don't become its core, but it will still have of course the provinces. What you could do is you could release client state, right? Give it provinces, let it core using its own admin mana, and then annex them. That would work, but it won't work like with vassals, like instant annexation. I tried, believe me, I tried. It just doesn't work. Let's finish some missions. Now we'll get event about converting Ottomans to Greek. Alright, let's annex Serbia. Let me show you how it works. So Serbia, I almost can guarantee, we won't be able to do the trick with. Let me try it even. So, release Serbia. Let's wait a little. Guarantee they choose Despotate. Yep, they do. That's how AI works. If they can get a unique community form, they get a unique community form. Slices on Kaifa. I'll also probably release Syria, get some duchies while I can, and land Pronayar. So now we can actually declare Mamluks, which I'll probably do. Because why not? Oh, we can finish up one more mission somewhere. Yeah, mentioned and bar, that's because we conquered Serbia. Whatever, let's get Caucasian cast. Let's take classic administrative ideas next. I mean, we don't really need them, because we can quite literally annex any nation for free, but anyway, why not? Okay, here we go, we can take, well, most of Syrian desert, yeah. Let's do it. Okay, awesome. Syria will be annexed as soon as its ruler dies, its root. So pretty soon, right? Yeah, pretty soon. I think we can declare on Karaman too. Yeah, annexing Syria was pretty fast. It was pretty fast. Can't deny it. Oh, we can cooperation is autosophy. It's pretty interesting. Alright, so I'm sure we could do the trick with Georgia, which I will probably even do. I still try it. But we won't be able to do the same with Iraq. Well, we could try, but it would be pretty painful. I'm not even sure if it will work. I don't think Georgia has unique commentary form, right? No, it doesn't, so we can just save scam until it gets elective monarchy. Here we go, took one save scamming, just perfect, let's just land for New Year. And by the way, I think it might also work with Iratna, I'm not sure, but it might. Yeah, look at this, instant annexation, nice. It saved a few hundred admin mana. So, about Iratna, why it might work, you might ask. It might work because Iratna would be Orthodox, and Orthodox Turkish nation don't have any unique commentary form. Alright, let's try releasing Iratna, that should work. Wait, it's Shia? Okay, no, it won't work. Although what we could do, actually, we could release Iratna, right? Step 1. Step 2, force Orthodox religion on it, right? That would work. And now it's ineligible for... Bailey Carment. Yeah, so we can make it elective monarchy that way. Why? Because why not? So, what it means that we would be able to instantly annex it without any admin mana, just like that. Alright, let's peace out, and we can instantly annex Iratna. Just need to lower repeat desire. So, okay, will be passively, relatively. Here we go, instant annexation. Polar free. I love it, absolutely love it. So I think it looks beautiful. So we still have 26k ducats. I didn't even farm that much, to be honest. I could farm easily a million, but it's not that difficult. We can annex vessels immediately, just immediately. Like no admin mana, no diplomatic mana, just annex. Overall, I think that's the most busted way to play Byzantium. I'm not lying. I think it's the best one. Let's wait. Yeah, here we go. We're #1 great power. In any case, thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.